Everybody, everybody, let's get into it. Get stoked, get it started, get it started, get it started. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to NHS-TV Pregame Live. I'm your host, Brian Gagliard.
And I'm Anthony Canidi. Welcome back to the show. We're once again here from the beautiful John Doherty Field for the homecoming blackout matchup between the Norwood Mustangs and the Hopkinton Hillers.
We have a great show on our hands tonight. Coming up soon, we will have the principal of NHS, Dr. Galligan, the NHS cheer team, and NHS girls basketball coach, Chris McDonald, as well as two very special interviews from the studio from field hockey coach Allison Donald and football coach Manny Lopes.
That being said, let's take a look at the forecast for tonight's matchup. As you can see, it's a beautiful sunny and 70, with the sun setting shortly before kickoff. Tonight's looking like a great homecoming game on our hands on this beautiful Friday night. Mic'd Up Mustangs, a staple around NHS, released their latest episode being Girls Soccer Edition. Let's roll the clip.
It would probably hit you, and that would hurt so bad.
Yeah, if I dive.
Yep, lace up, buttercup.
I was shocked when I Gotta clean up my belongings. What?
You're gross.
Thank you, Alexa! It's TNL. TNL. Tuesday Night Lights. Teamwork. Oh, Kathy's loving it. Oops. Sorry. Lex, you see that? Graham's here. Oh my God, Jenny and Miss Busser.
Let's freaking go, Norwood.
Nope, so that was supposed to be mine. No, I was going to. You give me a chance. You're all right? I was by my fingertips. Kirk Wachowski, signing off. Multitasking, signing off.
Senora's glowing in that sunlight right now.
Why are you on it?
Mic'd up, baby.
I thought it was Trisha.
Well, she wanted to switch. Thanks. I have the mouth of a sailor. You're gonna need to beep out some words here. I'm so sorry. Mama didn't raise me like this. Pretend that airplanes in the sky are like shooting stars. The sun goes. I hate this song too. I need to work on this playlist tonight. I'm sorry, everyone. It gets better. Everyone's like, what is this? It picks up. It picks up. Oh my God. I should have planned accordingly to the weather though. It's cold out. Are you cold? Oh, I am. Congrats, Ashland seniors. You guys have come so far this year. They all thought I was going first. Nope. Hey guys, I'm mic'd up right now if you want to say hi.
Huh?
I'm mic'd up. Yeah.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, the mic on me. Okay.
Is that good?
Yeah, I think that's good.
All right.
Yeah, done! Congratulations, beautiful. Yeah, see? Give him a rod. Sure, you know what? You needed just some words about the game, obviously.
Good luck, seniors. You've worked hard for this moment. Clean sheet.
I think he meant clean slate. Clean slate. Clean slate! Okay? It was A for effort, though. A for effort.
Thank you to Danielle DiMattia for producing that clip. Now, let's get it started with the Mustang Rundown presented by Norwood Community Media. Girls soccer has been on a struggle lately to close out their season, losing each game. On the 10th, they went to Dover-Sherborne, where they lost 7-0. Then, on the 12th, they faced Medway at home, losing 4-0. Then, they faced Holliston at home on the 17th, losing 5-0. Then, they traveled to Hopkinton on the 19th, where they lost 9-1. They traveled back home to face Ashland on the 24th, losing a close one, 1-0. Then went to Westwood on the 26th, losing 3-0. Boys soccer are still on that quest on getting their first win in 3 years, as they faced Dover-Sherborne on the 10th at home, where they lost 6-1. they traveled to Medway on the 12th, losing 6-0. Then they went to Holliston on the 17th, losing 4-0. Then they went back home to face Hopkinton on the 19th, losing 5-1. They traveled to Ashland on the 24th, losing, and faced Westwood at home on the 26th, losing 5-0. Cross country continuing throughout their season, traveled to Medfield on the 11th, where the girls lost 49-19 and the boys lost 43-17. Then they headed over to Dedham on the 18th, where the girls lost 37-20 and the boys won 35-20. Golf had a bit of a rough ending to their dominant year this year, as they headed to Holliston on the 5th, losing 224-228. Remember, the lowest score in golf wins. Then they faced Westwood on the 10th at home, where they lost 231-247. Then they faced Dedham at home the next day, winning 237-250. After, they stayed home to face Dover Sherborne on the 12th, losing 233-260. Finally, to close out the year, they faced Medway in Medway on the 16th, tying 264-264. Volleyball has gone 3-4 since our last show, as they went to Holliston on the 11th, losing 3-1. Then they faced Hopkinton at home on the 13th, losing 3-1. Then they traveled to Ashland on the 16th, winning 3-1. Then they faced Westwood on the 18th, losing 3-0. Then they went to Norwood, shutting them out 3-0. After that, they faced Medfield in Medfield, losing 3-0. Then closed out their season yesterday, beating Sharon 3-1 to finish their season 8-12. Field hockey just keeps rolling through their season, winning the Tri-Valley League Championship. They beat Dover Sherborne 3-0, Holliston 5-0, Hopkinton 4-1, Ashland 5-0, Westwood 2-1, and Medfield 5-1. Bang! Junior captain Shay Larkey broke a single-season record for Norwood High that hasn't been broken in years. Congrats, Shay, on 35 goals in one season, and keep going throughout the playoffs. Football has been keeping their toughness up lately. They beat Holliston on the 5th right after our show in an absolute thriller of a game, beating them 25-24 with a last-minute touchdown from Matty Mahoney, but also he had 4 tutties that night. Bang! Then, last Friday, they faced Westwood with a tough loss, 44-28, but a very high performance from junior running back Drac Dwyer with 3 tutties. Shout out to Norwood Community Media for sponsoring that segment, and shout out to Mr. Tolman, Mark Hoover, and Ron Marshalsea for NCM Sports Talk. Me and Anthony were very honored to come on that show, and you guys should go check it out. You guys can check it out on the NCM Community Channel, which you're watching right now, or you can head over to norwoodcommunitymedia.org for on demand. Angelo Alves, a TV2 student, recently brought a camera crew with him to test teachers' golf swings. Let's take a look at it, see how that went.
What's up, Mustangs? Today we're testing teachers' golf swings. Mr. Bro, you claim to be a golfer. Can we test that theory?
Wow! What do I have to do?
Hit the mat.
Have you asked Mr. Anderson?
That wasn't bad!
Some would say a little drop.
Mr. Bro wanted to get your swing. Ooh. Test your golf swing. Both can do it. Ooh. It's time. Get the golf swing.
Just do it.
Miss Curly. Care to test your golf swing?
I think I'm better.
Alright, cut it right there. Alright, that's enough of that. Care to test your golf swing? What? Test your golf swing?
Sure. Why not?
That's not bad. Not bad. Only took 6 tries.
I can go change your grade from last year.
Okay, I'm sorry. Get back here. Jaden! Oh, the door's open this time. You ready? It's time. Ooh, there you go. Test your golf swing.
My golf swinging?
Your golf swing.
Sure.
Alright, Miss Natalie, it's your time. That was the saddest hit. It's over. Better luck next time.
What a video made by TV2 student Angela Alves. Now, I'm honored to be joined by Principal of NHS, Dr. Galligan. First off, thank you for coming on the show tonight. Let's get it started.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. Dr. Galligan, we all know the 4 A's and the 5 C's of a Portrait of a Nora graduate. So how do athletics tie into that?
I'm so glad you asked that. It's such an important piece of it. See, a well-rounded high school experience has your core academics, and that's the most important thing that we try to take care of. But other than that, athletics, arts, and activities are such an important component to help students find a connection to the school. So athletics is one way that kids do that, right? You can find meaning in your academics, but a lot of kids make their most memorable experiences through something like athletics, and that gives a sense of belonging, which is immeasurable.
Absolutely. So, how does the student body contribute to these games, and what does that mean to you?
Sure, it's great when we can bring as much of our student body together in an inclusive way to bring school spirit and a positive energy to the game, right? That only helps us, especially with the home field advantage, but as much positive energy, bring the noise, be positive, cheer on your team. It really has a way to bring our student body together.
Yeah.
And that's a really important aspect of school culture.
Yeah, of course. So, what does it mean to you that the whole community, all these fans out here, come and participate and get involved in these games?
Yeah, it's really important that a high school, especially, as in a community like Norwood, the high school is kind of the flagship school, right? We have one high school. Our students come here; they look forward to coming here. It's a pillar of the community, right? So having that outreach to the community, bringing the community onto our campus to see our students, to see our staff, and to see the great work they do. Athletics allows for that branch to be extended to the community and bring everyone together.
Yep. So over years here at Norwood High, being the principal, how has it been? Being the principal of this great town, this great school.
Yeah, it is amazing. I noticed, so this is my 6th year as principal. I'm blessed and fortunate to have been here that long and look forward to a long career here. But what I noticed right away was the sense of care that everybody had for one another. And that goes for staff for students, staff for one another, students for one another, students for staff, and the outreach and the support from the community and our families. And so all of that coming together in such a tight-knit community like this, that sense of care was something that always stands out to me and something that I truly value.
Yeah. So this is my annual question for
All right.
every guest that comes on the show. I got to ask you, can we get a score prediction for you?
Yeah, we got a big win for the Mustangs coming up tonight. Yep. I'm going with a 34-16 victory for NHS tonight.
Couldn't agree more. I mean, great team out here. So that's all I got. Thanks, Dr. Galligan. Now, my co-host Brian Gagliard had the chance to sit down with the NHS field hockey coach, Coach Dolliner, to talk about their season so far and what it's going to look like coming playoffs. So let's take a look.
Thanks, Anthony. Now, I'm here with field hockey coach, Coach Dolliner. First off, thanks for coming on the show.
Of course.
Let's get it started. So, when did you realize that this season you had such a good team on your hands?
I think we knew going into the season that we had, again, last year we were in some really close, tough games, and we were missing the scoring last year. A lot of the games we lost were by 2 goals or less. Most of them were lost by 1 goal. I think we had 4 ties. So we knew we had a strong team, and we were young. A huge chunk of our team were sophomores last year. So I think that learning year, that year of experience, we had an idea that we had a strong team going into the season, but this is really something special. I can't say enough about the girls. They put in the work. They show up every day. They, take the coach's advice. They ask the questions. They listen. They're a very coachable group, and each kind of game we were going, I think it was the 3rd game, one of the girls and I were joking that we were we must be pretty close to the amount of goals that we had all last season, and we were 2 goals less, 3 games in. So I think once the scoring started clicking this year, we realized how good of an opportunity we had in our hands.
It started clicking this year.
Yeah.
Dog.
Yeah.
Going off that answer though, what are the strengths of this year's team? Because you guys had, as you were saying last year, goal scoring wise. So did you guys clean it up and then that is your strength, or what has been your strengths?
There's definitely, I think experience is a huge strength. We had, again, last year we were starting, I think, 7 sophomores. A lot of them did not have that experience starting at the varsity level. So experience is a huge strength for us this year. They went through the highs and lows of last season. Obviously, getting Shay back was a huge asset too. The way she helps set her teammates up for scoring and the way she finds the net, really is kind of something that's, unmatched in the TVL. And defensively, Bridget Sopel's been great at center back for us. And the whole middle of the field, really, we have some really strong players locking down the middle of the field. And I think just the camaraderie as a whole, the girls, when they're out there, they all have each other's back. They all get along. And, when things are going good and when the team can support each other, and they're that talented, it's kind of, it makes it a tough team to beat.
All right. So what was it like? You yourself had yourself a big year. Yeah. So what was it? You hit 100 wins. So congrats on that. That's pretty huge.
Thank you.
So what was it like, having 100 wins? Because that's rarely done for high school coaches.
Well, it made me feel a little old. You kind of have to be there for a long time to hit that. But it just, it's really a reflection of all the kids that I've been able to coach. We've had some great players go through here. Casey Smith, Sammy Hayes, Rose Campbell, Bryn Garzinski. I'm missing a whole lot. Coley Hayes. I'm missing a whole lot of great. Allie McDonough. So it's a compliment to the kids that I've been able to coach and that I've been able to spend time with and, share my love of the game with them. They're the ones out there doing the hard work.
So what is it going to be like going into that playoffs?
Yeah, we got to get through this week first. We have Westwood tonight and then Medfield on Wednesday night again. So two teams that have played us tough. And we have Canton on Friday, who is another very strong team. I think they're in the top 15 for Division II as well. So we definitely got to get through this week, see some good competition this week, which is a good thing going into the playoffs. Again, you want to be grounded going into the playoffs. You don't want to assume you're going to walk in there and win a game 5-0. So I think we get through this week, and then we'll probably scrimmage another town at some point next week, because usually the playoff games have been starting later in the week. So we don't want to have a whole week off with no game. So we'll get some sort of scrimmage in there, and just kind of keep chipping away like we've been chipping away at it.
So this is our signature question, and Anthony usually asks this, but he's in the control room right now.
Yeah.
Norwood football versus Hopkinton. What's your score prediction for the game?
Norwood football versus Hopkinton. I'm going to say Norwood 35, Hopkinton 14.
You heard it here first. Thank you so much, Coach Dollner, for coming in. And
of course. Thanks for
let's
having
send
me.
it back to the desk. Thanks to Coach Dollner for letting me interview you. Now I'm here with the NHS cheer team captains. We got Lucy Scafati, Maddie DiTullio, and Chloe Hall. Thanks for coming on the show, guys. Again, this is your second one. But today we're going to talk about more of the competition side of cheerleading, because that's just absolutely insane. Now, we had you guys come on the last show to talk about the cheer part of the sport. But now that you guys are in comp season, how's it going so far?
We're definitely doing really well. We're in the co-ed division now, so since our first competition, we've placed third place, second place, and another second place, going against all different teams from all over Massachusetts, so we're doing really well.
All right, and what does a practice look like for you guys to prepare for these type of comps?
So usually practice starts, we do a warm-up, and then we practice our, a little bit, we break it down, we do jumps, tumbling, our stunts, and then we piece it all together and do a full out, which is our whole competition routine that we perform when we go to competition.
Now, going into the practices for you guys doing the competition, do you guys use any of the stuff for the comp season to these football games?
Our competition stuff is pretty separate from our game day stuff. But we use our jumps and our stunts, and all our skills are similar, but everything, like our routine and halftime, is different.
And you guys are all seniors, so it being your last season cheering for NHS, what was your favorite memory throughout the 4 years?
Maybe it's just because it's recent, but I have just felt really good, especially at our competition in Billerica this weekend last Saturday. It was just a huge reward to perform so well, and we had it pay off when we got second place. I just feel like the energy in this team, we're all just super happy to be there, and that's just a very positive memory for this year.
Favorite memory?
I also agree with Lucy.
I would say winning a sportsmanship award was pretty awarding.
So, what's your guys' score prediction for tonight's game?
I'm going to go with 28-21 Norwood.
Solid.
28-7 Norwood.
Electric.
I'm going to say 34-7 Norwood.
It's actually a really good answer right there. So, thanks, guys. So, my co-host Anthony and I are a personal huge fan of Pat McAfee's College Game Day, and specifically his 33-yard field goal attempts for $65,000. Now, I don't have $65,000, but I do have $150, and I put my own spin on it. So, can our lucky first contestant win? Let's roll our new segment on the show called Brian Gagliard's $150 kicking contest. All right, so we saw this on College Game Day. Pat McAfee picks a student out of the crowd to try to hit a 33-yard field goal for $65,000. And it's become a debate at our school. I think it's impossible because kickers don't get enough attention, and people think that their job's easy. So what are we doing today?
We're bringing in Christian Ketchel, a sophomore from Norwood High, to kick this 33-yard field goal.
So he thinks he can do it. So Ketchel, if you hit this 33-yard field goal, I will give you $150 for a new segment on the show called Brian Gagliard's $150 field goal attempt.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
Dollar, dollar.
Why do you think you can hit this?
I've kicked footballs before. I got experience. I've kicked on this field as well, so I'm ready to kick.
Let's go.
Let's do this.
Here we go.
Ready to go?
Line them up.
Yes. Here we go.
You're going to miss. I want you to know that you're going to miss.
Line them up.
Akon's going to line him up more. I really don't think you're going to hit this.
Here goes Christian Ketchel.
You're not going to hit this.
Christian Ketchel from deep.
Oh my God!
Right. And he's
bad.
having none of it.
That's
He's having
bad.
none of it.
Oh my
All right,
God!
Christian, we have a proposal. We have a proposal. We'll give you a second chance. All right? For $75. Are you ready to go?
Let's do it.
All right, let's run it back.
Let's do it.
More money out of my account. Yep.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Christian Ketchel, second attempt here for $75.
He's not going to hit it.
He's going to hit it.
He's not going to hit it.
He's going to hit it.
You're not gonna
This
hit
is
it.
the one.
All right.
All right, what do you have to say to Brian's bank account before kicking this field goal?
There's about to be no money in it.
About to be no money in it. Okay, here we go. Christian Ketchel, second attempt for $75. Lining it up.
I'm rooting for you, but also like, you're gonna miss.
Here we go. The kick is
No
on.
way. No way.
Come on. Come on. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Christian Ketchel.
Dollar, dollar. Dollar, dollar. Ching, ching, bling, bling, cut the chatter. You ain't talking money, then your talking don't matter. Ching, ching, bling, bling, patent.
Putting this $75 on.
I guess we'll never know.
Let's send it back to the track.
I really didn't want to do this, but we're here with the winner for $75,000. $75. I'm not giving you $75,000. Christian Ketchel, congrats. Here's the money.
Thank you, bro.
You definitely do deserve it, though. Kicking is not easy. But we got a few questions for you before you head out.
Yeah, Christian, I mean, we're now a couple days from the kick.
Yep.
So, how are you feeling that you finally earned your money from this talent that you put on display?
I'm feeling great. It was a big kick for me. I think the biggest kick of my life happened on this field. And I'm just glad I won $75.
Yeah.
Christian, what was going through your head as you were trying to sink the kick between the posts?
The first kick didn't really go as planned. But, I had to make the mental adjustment and just had to send it right through the uprights.
Yeah. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. You're a huge Nord sports guy.
He is a Mustang super
He's a Mustang
fan.
super fan.
I am a Mustang super fan.
With that being said, it's only right to get a score prediction from you for tonight's game.
Of course. I think it's going to be a close one, but I do have Norwood winning 27-20.
27-20. A little closer than we'd like it, but pretty good.
It's going to be a good game.
So, thanks again, Christian, for coming on the show.
Hey, no problem.
and being the first participant in our new field goal segment.
Thank you.
And to any of you guys that want to try to kick this field goal and think that you can do it, just contact me on Instagram at Brian Gagliard or at AnthonyKennedy3 to be entered into the next one.
If you're home right now and flipping through the local channels, flipping through any channels, and happen to come across this show and don't really understand the concept, we have a short little commercial to fill you in about NHS-TV Pregame Live. Let's roll the clip.
I'm your host, Brian Gagliard.
And I'm Anthony Kennedy.
Electric.
I'm feeling Jerry Fry, huge game, 3 touchdowns.
The field hockey team is clearly a wagon this year. He's a dog out there.
He's a dog. I need a score prediction from every single one of you for tonight's game.
Man, the myth, the legend.
I'm going 79-1.
All right. Now, I'm joined by legendary basketball coach here at NHS, Coach Chris McDonald. First off, thank you for coming on the show tonight. It's an honor. You know, just a month away from the start of the winter season, what's the preseason prep been like? Because I know for boys basketball, it's been a lot. So.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I feel like I'm getting a little legend sandwich right here
Whoa.
between you guys.
Whoa,
so I don't
legend
know.
sandwich.
You kind of stole my line, but
I like that.
I think we're ready to go. You know, a lot of our kids play a fall sport, which is awesome. So most of them are on the soccer team, a few on field hockey and cross country. But once those seasons end, we'll really get them going and already start and have them thinking. It's actually 1 month from today that we start. So very fired up.
Yeah.
No. Having a senior base team with 3 very strong captains being captains last year, how are these seniors going to lead the team this year?
Yeah, I mean, leadership's everything, right? And so we're really lucky. Like, they were captains last year, so to have them 2 years in a row, already know their role, know what they have to do. We're just in really good hands. They're like awesome kids, good high character kids, and like they're tough, and doesn't hurt that they're really, really good at basketball too. Yeah.
Now, I got to ask, what's it like to be the girls' basketball coach here at a school that you teach at and just a town that you're a big part of?
Yeah, I love it. You know, able to go all in, like Mustang for life in every facet of my life is a pretty cool thing, and I definitely think it's a privilege to be able to do it.
Absolutely.
So everyone has a why for the reason they coach. So what's your why for why you coach Nord basketball?
Yeah, I think I was really lucky to have such a great experience when I was going through it at every level, and knowing like how it helped with so many things I have. It's the reason I have jobs that I have, part-time jobs all the way up, and now careers. And I think if I can help those kids like love it and feel passionate about it and learn those skills that I learned, that we're able to like hopefully help them as they go forward, I think that's it. And to have a lot of fun as we do it.
Yeah, no, definitely.
And of course, I got to ask, we need a score prediction.
Oh, score prediction. I'm going to go 23-10 which is random, right? Like where's the 23 come from? But I'm going to go with a safety. We're going to get a safety. So we're going to go up to, so it's 21. We get a safety, we go 23. Great defense keeps them at 10 on the other side. So that's it.
I like that little wild card answer there.
Yeah, no, that was a good one.
So thank you, Coach McDonald, for coming on the show.
Yep.
Yeah.
My co-host, Brian Gagliard, was lucky enough to sit down with NHS football head coach, Manny Lopes, to talk about how the season's been going so far and what playoffs is looking like. Let's roll the clip.
Thanks, Anthony. I am joined by a very special guest, football coach, Coach Manny Lopes. What's going on? How are you?
How you doing, bud? How's it going?
Good. So what's the preparation take like each week for each game you play?
So we obviously play on Friday nights now, which is awesome. And then, you know, I think we've had one Saturday off this year, but usually Friday ends, Saturday morning we come in, break down the film from the previous game, maybe get into the following opponent. Coaches will stick around, put some type of game plan together. And, you know, it's good because our league has this huddle tree, so we get every game from the week before from every team. So jump into that, break down film, usually spend all day Saturday, all day Sunday getting film broken down. You know, what are the tendencies from the other team? What defenses do we have to run? What offense do we think will work against this specific team? And then we come in Monday and just kind of put in game plan, personnel, whatever we're doing, and then Tuesday starts our individual day. Wednesday's usually a team day. Thursday's a walkthrough, back into Friday, and then just rinse and repeat.
All right. So you're 5-2 on the year. What was your favorite game to be a part of and coach so far this year?
The Holliston game was probably,
Yeah.
it was the most exciting game, right?
That was a really fun one.
They're a great program. We knew coming in it was going to be an awesome game. It was, I tried to keep my emotions in check for the better part of the game, and then, that final sack by Jared and Nate, and, just the emotions of coming all the way back. And we needed a play, they made a play. We needed a stop, they made a stop. The whole team played great. The sidelines were up the whole time. And again, I tried to stay calm the whole entire time. There wasn't a time. And then as soon as that final play, I kind of lost it a little bit. But that was probably the most exciting part.
Yeah. So you guys are doing amazing this year.
Yeah.
Based off last year, you were at 1 point ranked 1. So what's the playoffs going to look like this year for you?
You look at those teams in Division 4, and I think we can play with any of them. It was nice to be at the top. We wish we stayed there, but we're still looking like we're in a good spot to host a playoff game. Once you get in there, we were the 16 seed a couple years ago. We played the 1 seed, and we went toe-to-toe with them on a 2.5-hour drive out to Marblehead. So once you get in, it's the seeds are what the seeds are, and home field is great, but at the end of the day, you throw it out. Football's football. Top 16 teams are all really good football teams, so it'll be nice to get a home game. It'll be great if we can get 2, but I think our team is ready to go against anybody. I'd put us up against anybody. We played one of the top teams in the state earlier in the year in King Philip, and our guys went toe-to-toe with them, and I was super proud of them. So we'll see what happens. It'll be nice to be in there again. It'll be nice to host a game here.
Yeah, it would be really fun, and the students would definitely love having a home game here. So this is our signature question on the show. This is coming from you. This is the big dog here. What's your score prediction for tonight's game versus Hawkinton?
Ooh, they're a pretty good offense. They're pretty athletic. We've kind of tested our defense this week. We're going to change a few things up. We're going to put our secondary in some spots to play man to man. I'm going to go. Let's go 42-13. Norwood.
All right, there we go. Thanks, Coach Lopes, and let's send it back to the track.
Now that we're coming towards kickoff, let's talk about the matchup tonight between the Norwood Mustangs and the Hopkinton Hillers.
Starting for the Mustangs is quarterback Matthew Mahoney, with wide receivers junior Brian Dearborn and senior Flash Connor Curran, and with tight ends Jerry Fry and running back junior Jack Dwyer, and Max O'Brien is out with an injury tonight, but he's still on the sidelines.
Yeah, an absolutely great starting offense and just team all around for this Norwood team.
Yeah.
And I got to give a quick shout out to Owen Descharnay off camera. What's a Hiller?
I don't know. Do you know what a Hiller?
I don't understand. What's a Hiller?
Looking over here, I don't know what a Hiller is.
Ask. What's a Hiller?
They're trying, but they ain't going to beat Norwood.
I'm taking Norwood by 30. I don't know what a Hiller is. Won't know what it is after this game. I'm going Norwood by 30.
I've never met a Hiller in my life. I don't know what a Hiller is, and we'll never know what a Hiller is. I'm going to take Norwood 56, Hillers, whatever that is, 14.
Yeah, and you just got to watch out for Joe Saratori on the kickoff team. Sam Larkey.
Dog
at corner.
Absolute
dog. And everything in between. There's nothing else to it. So
yeah. What else can you say? As we say all the time, you got to roll with the Stangs.
When in doubt, roll with the
Stangs.
Yeah.
The team's such a core group. Interviewing Manny Lopes was such an honor and such a great intake that you can watch the full version on YouTube coming out soon. It was such a great honor to sit down and talk with him and talk about what's the sport going to be like and how these guys train, because football is a tough sport. You can get injuries, you can get your season can be put out just like that, as it happened throughout these past couple of injuries. Ryan Keneally dislocated his shoulder on a play versus Holliston. A huge play too, game deciding with that too. A couple injuries throughout. Max O'Brien tonight. There's just football is such a rough sport. All of the sports are such a rough sport, and we're so excited that Norwood's coming out strong, ranked 4 in the power rankings. This team's gonna go well in the playoffs.
I gotta say, just watching these guys warm up, they're bringing the energy tonight.
Yeah.
As as every night. I mean,
they got that dog.
Yeah, they have the dog in them. I mean, they're going hard already right now, making sure they know what they're doing. I mean,
yeah. But that concludes our show of NHS-TV Pregame Live. Thank you so much for tuning in. Shout out to our crew that helped us tonight. Our lovely TV teacher, Miss Natalie, for really helping us out with this. We got Isla Wilson as our producer. We got Tim Rose behind the camera. Sam Gurney up top. Owen Descharnay up top. Looking like an absolute dog out there. We got Ron Marshalsea, Kiki Thaxter, dog out there. Brian Boudreau, Mr. Jack Tolman, Megan Corbett, and our brand new TV student. Thank you for helping us out so much tonight. You can follow NHS-TV on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Let's go Mustangs. Have a great night.
Everybody, let's get into it. Get stoked, get it started, get it started, get it started. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started.